Hi, Janelle here with Sheep Hill Herbs. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I am going to show you how to sew the edges of your hooked rug. So this is how I finish. It was taught to me by a longtime rug hooker, and I'm going to demonstrate that here today. So before we get started, please like, subscribe, hit the bell button, comment, check out my description down below, and my website, sheephillherbs.com, and also a link for my Etsy shop where I sell my rug hookings. And if you know someone who would love a hooked rug and you do not see one of the designs or a design that you like, you can message me. I can do specialty orders of anything, animals. I guess I haven't ventured into people. Kind of going with plants, animals, landscapes, buildings. Maybe people at some point. But let's get started. Okay, so when I rug hook on monk's cloth. You can use linen, burlap, monk's cloth, and you leave a border, an edge. You'll need at least a couple inches. Now this one is a little short, but so I'm folding this over. I have a good inch here. This is the edge that you will sew down on the back side of your hooked rug. You can see it goes all the way around. I did 3 of the sides so far. And when you're working with the rug hooking, I either use a frame, or sometimes I just hold this in my lap without a frame. It's a little harder. Frame makes it easier to just use the tool, but we're keeping the design away from the edge so that at the end you can fold it down and sew it, and then your piece is finished. Okay. All right, so this is, can you tell me what this is? I'll tell you at the end of the video. Can you tell what I made here? It is a food. All right. When I sew my edge, I use acrylic yarn and a needle with a big eye. And I take my acrylic yarn and I double it up because it goes much faster than if you just use a single strand piece of yarn. Now, if you have a needle with a bigger eye and you can get some fat yarn, you could use 1 piece of yarn without doubling it, but you have to be able to get the yarn through the needle. And then you put a knot at the end of your yarn and you just start sewing. So I would say you need to know how to sew to do this. And what I do is I fold over the edge and I'm holding the rug hooking towards me. And this is a long process, and it's kind of boring. The rug hooking is fun. This is kind of boring, but it's satisfying to see your piece be finished. And so what I do is I have to line up my needle, and I just go across the edge and I sew the stitch, and I'm just going around, looping around. So you're keeping it straight with your eye. And I don't pull it too terribly tight. And you can see if I push down the loops here, I want it to be low enough, these stitches, that you don't really see the white of the monk's cloth. And so that it looks even around the entire edge. And it will look even better once I iron it. That is the next step. So I'm going to finish sewing around and then flatten it with an iron. All right, without doing the fast forward button, I'm going to finish going to the corner, and then I'll show you how I do the corner. All right, I have made it to the corner here, and the corner, I don't go like just straight across. I kind of poke and go on a diagonal to cover. If I go straight across, I'm gonna have monk's cloth showing. I have to like make like a diagonal sewing line. So you see here, like that is coming through. So what I will do is I'll go to the top and I just poke through that, and I pull the yarn and I go again, poke through again until I cover up that piece of monk's cloth. So I'm just poking through. So there you go. I have covered that corner. And then what do you do with the little tail? So you take it and you take the needle through the back stitches on the back side. I usually go, I don't know, 1.5 inches or something, and you put the needle through, pull, all right, and then I'm just going to trim that right there, and it'll be a teeny tiny little piece sticking, but you don't want to make it too short that it would pull back out. But I'm going to just trim it off, and I have now sewn all my edges. And the next video I'm going to show you how to iron, which is super simple, but it really finishes the piece.